The markers of sports fandom ended up being something that stripped an innocent man of his freedom.
Here's a picture of Reyes' tattoo, okay? Here's a picture of the Real Madrid logo, okay? Now let's do it side by side.
Son of a gun.
Well.
So here's another one. Speaking of which, the left is absolutely trying to take every single chance they can. They are trying to paint pictures for use. Oh my gosh, we can't be deporting these people.
I know. Sad.
We can't actually enforce national policy. Let me give you some headlines here in case you've forgotten. They can kind of paint whatever story they want it to. How about this one from CNBC in 2017? Trump, you had very fine people on both sides. Remember that one? Yeah, that was a headline, and people actually believe that. Yeah. Then there was CNN in 2019. Teens in Make America Great Again hats taunted a Native American elder at the Lincoln Memorial. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Lost a huge lawsuit on that one.
That kid owns 12 mansions.
Yeah, Nick Sandman. NPR 2025. Remember this one? Maryland man wrongfully deported now faces new deportation efforts.
Didn't he end up in Africa?
He ended up in Chris Van Hollen's basement.
Here's another one, and this is what we're going to get into today. Trump deported an innocent athlete. Oh. This is his story of resistance. Not to mention, of course, this gem. Local CEO promotes community brotherhood.
What?
That's
I've seen it.
Come on.
What?
I forgot to blur. Wait a minute.
No, we didn't forget to blur.
No, that's about right.
That absolutely is blur.
About right.
Yeah, it's time for media malpractice.
Must have been freezing.
Gerald still hasn't learned his lesson that whenever he gets mad during run-through, it makes it worse. He's like, come on, why'd you make me the small guy? I'm like, no, make Gerald's chest and wiener smaller.
I have so much explaining to do to my kids.
And it was blurred. There were 4 pixels.
All right.
4 pixels? That's all?
That's it.
So, square pixel?
Yeah. Media, you're no Liam Neeson.
Apparently not.
Yeah, Pam likes them big, apparently.
Media malpractice. So in this man's latest episode, this is a woke sports journalist, pretty much dyed-in-the-wool leftist, Pablo Torre, profiled another man named Jose Reyes. And this host claims he was wrongfully deported by Trump. I'm sure you can guess where this is going, but I want you to put yourself in the shoes of people who may be seeing this in their feed and thinking, oh my, this is horrible.
A pretty famous soccer player from Venezuela. He's from Primera División,
at all.
The first division, and a pretty notorious jugador de fútbol in Venezuela.
And when you say liberate him, I mean, this brings us to the title of the last episode, The Goalie Who Disappeared.
This goalie left Venezuela a couple of years ago to leave the Nicolás Maduro regime. And so this goalie did what many of them did, which was look at the American dream, and he went north. He went north believing that he had a chance at entering this country and at chasing that dream.
And if you were to just look at this geopolitically from the big picture sense, that did sort of add up. Like Donald Trump's nemesis.
Pause. No, the big picture sense would be, wanting the American dream. What does that mean? That's the big picture. What does that look like? Does it mean free crap? Or does it mean coming here like the Afrikaners, waving the flag, saying, thank you. Thank you for rescuing us from persecution. We appreciate it, and we will serve this country till our dying breath. What does the American dream mean for someone coming from a country with breadlines, who, by the way, liberals here, including Bernie Sanders, including people like Sean Penn, supported, saying it was a beacon of democracy, a government for the people and by the people? You want to go big picture? Let's go big picture. What does it mean to be American? And what does it mean when you say he wanted the American dream? Also, make the case. Why is he entitled to it? Also, you're lying, but we'll get to the gang affiliation in a second. Let's continue.
Latest nemesis in this current news cycle, the one not named Jeffrey Epstein, is Nicolás Maduro. And the coach in question who winds up disappearing, where did he get to in terms of the United States itself?
He makes it to the southern border. He actually crosses legally, right? He goes through the whole process.
Yes.
And like many of them do through this legal process, he ends up at an ICE detention center in California. So
Why?
then he ends up going through a process that has become very familiar under the Trump administration, which is they are sent to different detention centers across the country. From California, he goes to Texas. And then suddenly, March 16th, 2025, no one knows where this soccer player is.
Yes, we do.
Family members that he had to leave behind. No criminal record, in case anyone was wondering.
Had to.
This is a character that, from a sports angle and from just a human rights angle, is somebody that we wanted to really invest our time into understanding.
Okay.
He is one of those Venezuelans that ends up in this terrorist prison center.
This notorious maximum security prison in El Salvador.
Nice.
Which I think now millions of people know this name. No?
Yeah.
Secot, this soccer player, ends up there in this place that has a nickname, actually.
The nickname is, just to spell it out,
It's hell, el infierno.
Perfect.
No one knows what happens
Say it
inside that
again.
place.
Sounds
our
romantic.
goalie
I can guess.
disappears, only to wind up in hell. And his
His name is
I thought they meant
Jerse
Newark.
Reyes. We started off with bad news, but there is good news after all, Pablo. Jerse
No, I already
went
heard
to
the good
hell.
news.
He went to el infierno, but he's back, and we actually found him.
Oh, no, see, you ruined it.
Congratulations.
I had heard the good news. He was in, what, Infierno. What, how did,
Infierno.
El Diablo.
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
El Diablo. Alligatores. I don't know how they say it.
Fierro. En fuego.
Crocodilios. Come on. You can only make my day so bright. So,
That Pablo Torre guy, by the way, you know how he got his name? He was on a show called Around the Horn on ESPN.
Oh,
a
okay.
sports show type
That show
thing.
sucked.
I
Yeah,
was-
it did.
I was-
With a big S, it did.
I was going to say he looks Asian, but that's the Landbridge thing.
But
He's
again, ESPN, Disney, it all falls
course.
into place. And he was a Harvard guy.
Yeah. So let's look at let's look at him first. Let's look at him, Pablo himself. I don't know if you remember this. Just weeks ago, he ran, and just so you know where he's coming from, then we'll go through the claims and the truths regarding this poor legal immigrant. This guy, this host, Pablo, ran an entire hit piece on Riley Gaines. Went out of his way just weeks
Yes.
ago.
So Riley Gaines, like me, is in fact a podcaster, but she is also not just that. She is working for Fox News as a frequent contributor.
Riley Gaines joins us now. Riley Gaines joins us right now with reaction.
Riley Gaines, she's America's #1 feminist as far as I'm concerned.
An ambassador at the Independent Women's Forum, Riley Gaines. Riley, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Riley Gaines is with us. Riley, how are you?
She's a political figure. She's a speaker on college campuses. That
You have no lips.
Formerly hired as a contributor. This ever-expanding resume. How enriching is it?
I hear that on this podcast you like tax forms. On page 45 of a filing from Harris County Republicans in Texas, this past June, $25,000.
Oh my
That's
gosh, she
not
was
all,
paid?
by the way.
She's making
Riley
a living?
Gaines also got a job as a spokesperson at the Independent Women's Forum.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's not even a shocking number.
I
Like,
know.
can you believe
I know.
that she made $25,000?
She cleared 11.5.
Yeah, exactly. And discussing the documentary on X, Pablo wrote, Riley Gaines now seems to get paid to accuse Leah Thomas of doing something similar. Hold on a second. Was she doing that anyway because she lost to a biological man? Was she speaking out against it when she wasn't being paid? And then did people say, hey, maybe this is someone who can be an advocate, for other women who don't want to have to shower with penises in their locker room, despite how beautiful it may be for said lady's penis. Yeah, maybe they said, hey, you know what? This is a lady who actually has some skin in the game, spoke out. And so they decided, let's amplify her. Let's pay her. Seldom do I see some kind of a gotcha or attempt that succeeds in no way whatsoever. Oh my God, like Nick said, she cleared 11.5. He also wrote, while also never speaking aloud about her male coach / best friend getting banned for life after multiple rape allegations at UK. This is something too that people do on the left. It's like, hey, you have to disavow all the people I disavow, and you have to talk about all the things that I want you to talk about. Otherwise, you're a fraud. And by the way, just a cursory Google search shows that Riley, in fact, did call out said coach. Like, there you go. There's a very long post about it. Do you see that? So he lies about that. So he can't even find something to lie about. So the best he has is, she didn't call out the coach, who she did. She made $25,000. Shut your Landbridge theory mouth. Now that we've established Pablo's track record, let's look at this specific piece with his claims and truths on Mr. Reyes.
Ho, ho, ho. Your mother's a hoe.
Yeah, the beluga, not the white czar. You just fire him. Hell of a pat down. Okay.
What? You got me sitting out here like some festive
hooker or some shit.
That's right.
I mean, this is one of your undercover stings. I've seen you show Louder with Jerk Off where you go undercover. You got the COVID czar guy in New York, and then you got Mondami. Are you trying to get my manifesto? Because don't worry about it. Old St. Nick has Steve right at the top.
The nice list?
You sick. No, not the nice list.
I was just trying to find out what you wanted for lunch.
What I wanted for lunch?
Yeah.
Well, why are you sitting in my lap then?
I'm just trying to make it fun.
Well, it ain't fun anymore.
Okay, well then we can have fun at lunch.
You got no tits. You got a big ass. You remind me of my first girlfriend. Get off.
What do you want for lunch?
At my age, what do I want for lunch?
Yeah.
An 18-year-old cheerleader from the University of Florida.
I don't think we can fit that down the chimney.
Fit that down the chimney? Have her come in the back door like the rest of the pigs.
We got him. Okay, get this off me. You really are greasy.
Why you? Why you?
Don't trust Santa with your financial future. Good at other things, but not that. Let True Gold Republic help safeguard your retirement with physical gold and silver. Head to lwcgold.com or call 800-628-4653 today to see if you qualify for a no fees for life IRA. Claim truth. First claim is that this man, Reyes, was wrongfully deported.
Jersey's Real Madrid tattoo, which we'll explain in a minute here, got him disappeared by the U.S. government.
Cool.
But just to be extraordinarily clear,
Pokemon
Jersey is a completely innocent man who had been imprisoned in his home country of Venezuela for protesting their autocratic president, Nicolas Maduro. And then Jersey got imprisoned in a Salvadoran prison camp by us, the United States. You know, the country where Jersey was legally seeking asylum.
Okay, here's the truth. No, he was not doing so legally. In September 2024, Reyes entered the United States, registering on Biden's CBP One app while he was in Mexico.
Where we could have told him to stay.
Yes, exactly. Keep in mind, 1 million illegals used said app.
Yeah.
He was immediately detained by the Biden administration under suspicion that he was, quote, a gangster.
Oh.
He was waiting for an asylum hearing. What?
You say the Biden?
Yeah, the Bidens.
The former vice president's administration detained him?
Yep. And he was waiting for an asylum hearing from an ICE detention center. So right away, he was here.
Hearsay?
Hearsay.
I can't wait till this goes to court and they're like, that's hearsay. No, that's hearsay.
Yeah, exactly. Hearsay, Your Honor.
Check.
Hearsay.
It is me.
Who's on first? Hearsay.
Yeah, exactly.
No say hearsay.
Then in March 2025, he was deported.
Yeah.
By President Trump under the invocation of the Alien Enemies Act. According to DHS, they said Reyes Barrios, we added another name now, was not only in the United States illegally, but he has tattoos that are consistent with those indicating TDA gang membership. His own social media indicates he is a member of the vicious TDA gang. That all said, DHS intelligence assessments go beyond a single tattoo, and we are confident in our findings. Which brings us to the next claim, which, by the way, would still be enough for me. And it's also inaccurate that this idea Reyes was only targeted because of his tattoo, which is a gang tattoo.
Venezuela, this country that is once again in the news cycle, in the American context, how do they talk about this stuff? Like, do they know what happened?
So I don't think they do, right? Like, I think the big picture, like, they don't really know what and who Nayib Bukele is. They don't really know what Secot is, but what they do know is that their favorite soccer player, this goalie, went through literally hell because of a tattoo, because of a Real Madrid tattoo.
Literally hell, huh?
Jersey was telling me that is kind of the number one question that the kids have, right? Like, did all of this really happen to you because of this sports tattoo?
It sounds like what Jersey's also raising is another generation of front runners, of Real Madrid fans. I think it's just really important for us to make clear that, like, the markers of sports fandom ended up being something that stripped an innocent man of his freedom.
Yeah, just like that. Just like Abrego Garcia was a Maryland man.
Yeah.
Here's the truth.
A dad, Maryland.
Well, I'll let you determine the truth and comment below. Here's a picture of Reyes' tattoo. Okay. Here's a picture of the Real Madrid logo. Okay. Now let's do it side by side.
Son of a gun.
Well.
You know, that's not even close. Not even close. And by the way, I just for context, this didn't stick out to me until right now. She said their favorite soccer player, like the whole country's favorite soccer player, is a goalie.
Yeah.
Goalies are the equivalent of kickers in the NFL. Nobody's favorite NFL player is a kicker.
Honestly, I'm convinced that they just grab a random hobo who's cheapest off the street. Because if a net that size, you're just guessing. It's a 50-50 shot.
I've been saying that forever.
Like,
but not that popular.
It's the silliest thing ever.
It's like, oh no, he can tell by the twitch of the sinew on his tibia. Like he is just rolling the dice.
Ronaldo? No. Messi? No. Neymar? No. I want the goalie.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, the proof that they cite is that the tattoo artist did testify that it was just a soccer tattoo.
Oh.
Because tattoo artists are notorious for their integrity and always being very forthcoming on the stand about gang tattoos. Now, Real Madrid or not, he was quite mad when ICE updated his Dios tattoo for him. So, yeah, that was...
Adios.
Adios.
I see what you did there.
Last in line. Let's go on to the next claim here that Reyes was released. Just so you guys know, we can prove that he was innocent. He was released because he was innocent.
Oh, we're going back to Venezuela. You're going home.
Harris gets on this bus, and the bus finally makes its way back to his hometown, this small town in Venezuela, Mariques, where he is not
I like Mariques.
This terrorist and this anonymous guy with his head shaved behind the dude with the Air Jordan tattoo on his neck with his own terrorist marker allegedly on his forearm. He's back to where he gets to be his actual self, this soccer coach, this soccer player. The idol is returned.
Looks wonderful.
Yeah, I mean,
why did he flee?
After being called a terrorist and a gang member, and to be then
his life's ruined.
As a hero.
Yeah, here's the truth. He was released as part of a prisoner swap. So they don't really address that. At the time of and I believe, at the time of his release, again, Paulo Ramos made it sound like the prisoner swap was for innocent Venezuelans, saying
really?
Pressure on Maduro, the one with the Danny Kaye hair, pressure on Maduro to do right by father of two with no criminal record, put in terrorist prison for 4 months for having a Real Madrid tattoo.
It's Real.
Reyes.
Real.
Reyes, Real. I don't care. So before... this is a guy who left his family, and they just say that like he had to leave his family. Did he though? Did he have to leave his family? Let me ask you this: what would be required for you to leave your family?
Uber.
A pack of cools calling my name.
Yeah, but gone through several countries. People just say that all the time. They skim past it, like leaving the family. Okay, left his family. Also, keep in mind too. People say. How do you pronounce hell in Spanish? What's el fierno? What do they say?
Fierno.
Fierno? Fierno.
Just say el fuego. That means hot.
So he's leaving Venezuela, right? That's where he was raised, where they talk about he was this beloved soccer player going to the United States. Now, he can self-deport. He could have, of course, not come here illegally in the first place, but he could self-deport, right? He could just leave. So imagine you died. Let's just say you're a real, you're a real card, and you die, and you end up at the gates of hell. And the devil is like, yep, you're welcome to hell. Or sorry, if you don't want to be here in hell, you could also just go back home. What do you pick? That's Venezuela. That's pretty much any other country. I get it. South America largely sucks, but. Let's think about that for a second. It's like, then these same people want to tell us that all cultures are created equal. Well, you don't have to be in hell. At any time, you could leave. You could go back to where you're beloved as nothing more than a soccer player, not a gang member.
Yeah. And by the way, Pablo did address that a little bit towards the video, but again, they framed it as though, this was a falsely imprisoned guy being returned home. I'm sorry, you said he was seeking asylum.
Right.
He's being returned home to a hero's welcome.
Right.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of government officials there with guns ready to shoot him like it sounded like. I think he just wanted a better life.
No, he's just
he tried to leave.
Just another Maryland man. And by the way, we're going to continue with this and take your chat on Chat Thursday. If you are not a Rumble Premium member, click that button. You get to continue with us. You can try for $9 a month, or it makes a wonderful gift. Christmas, $99 a year. You get 100% more show, the Friday show, everything ad-free, all of these other shows. It's your best one-stop shop. And all this goes away. It goes away if we do not get your support. We are actually funded by viewers like you, and we would have it no other way. For those of you who are not members, hey, you can keep watching for free. You're going to go on to Tim Pool. Let me just show you the kind of oppression that Reyes was fleeing.
Jersey is back doing what he loves to do, which is playing soccer, but coaching. He's back at Perijanero Football Club, coaching those kids that we heard at the beginning of the show.
When they're like hanging off of him like a koala, just like clinging to him.
Oh, that's what he's
all
playing.
Of these hugs that we're seeing in that video.
His big dream is to open his own goalie school. And that's literally what he's focused on, right? Like, that's all he wants to do, to give those kids
He's an angel. Shut up.
goalie school.
Yeah, he wants to raise another generation of goalies.
Jersey is finally back. And when he comes back to his hometown, they literally have a Real Madrid themed party for him as a welcoming party. That's how much they love Real Madrid.
Look. Here he comes.
Like columns of
Let me
young
guess.
kids in their soccer uniforms, in their cleats, holding, these white balloons, wearing these blue jerseys,
long sleeves,
and
white balloons. That's racist.
Hey, a Real Madrid party seems like it would behoove you to show your Real Madrid tattoo.
They love. I mean, look at the way that they're looking at him.
Everyone else is
like so much
decked
pride.
out.
Everyone else is in short sleeves.
They want to be like him.
Absolutely.
No, they don't.
Finally,
they want to be cool.
The goalkeeper gets a soccer ball in between both hands.
Yay!
I am wearing long sleeves on a warm day when everyone else is in t-shirts because to show my Real Madrid tattoo at a Real Madrid party would be disrespectful.
I've seen 12 soccer games in my life. I've seen 2 shots on goal.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I think the most likely score at a World Cup World Cup final is 0-0.
Yeah.
Is 0-0.
It's not true. Nick lies.
Yeah, Gerald likes soccer, and he wonders why we give him a hard time.
Well, he has to, because he's going to raise gay kids.
He at one point, he tried to tell me that soccer was a much more difficult athletic endeavor than hockey.
Oh, my God.
He tried to make that case.
In fact.
Who said that? Richard
I'd like
Simmons?
you to provide proof of that, because I would never say that.
Once upon a time, you did. You're like, they have to jog for a long time.
I didn't say that.
They have to run at a moderate pace and do this.
Not true.
Then act like they get shot like a Kennedy when somebody kicks them in the ankle.
Well, that's the worst part of the sport. Yes, I agree.
And it's spilling into hockey, by the way, because a lot of Europeans are coming over to play in the NHL. And every time somebody gets hit with a stick, they go down like they were
okay.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you get rid of Don Cherry. You say, and the Swedes, no, the Swedes play dirty. And people are like, you can't say it. It's like, I said it, and I don't care. The Swedes are dirty sons of bitches.
Now make them wear the poppy.
Now, how do I draft them?
Here's a solution. Up the deportation numbers.
Yeah.
Up the deportation numbers. Try and find new methods, and let's continue with the border security. Like, this is not complicated. This nation cannot survive what we are dealing with, and they're always going to try and put the human interest in the foreground so that you ignore what's in the background, which is a mass invasion of a country that can't support it. That's it. Not only do we need to up the deportations, make sure there's no more illegal immigration, but a serious reduction in legal immigration until we figure this out, because this is a problem by design. We've already gone through a multi-point plan on how to do it and what should be required for someone to become a citizen. The fact that it's not being done, I get it. I understand why it's disappointing. Oh, you're still here? And you're still watching this on YouTube? You've probably noticed something is missing by now. I'm not here. That's because the Live Daily Show is now streaming exclusively on Rumble weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Tune in there, where nothing is censored.